Our mission at My Veteran Passion, MVP, is to elevate awareness of veterans' mental health. Through both physical and virtual platforms, we empower our nation's warriors and continue the battle against veteran suicide to ensure a smooth transition for veterans into civilian life while preserving the camaraderie they cherished during their service. Through diverse events, social and virtual gatherings, we provide connections, resources, benefits, and education.
And as I've
Strong bodies harbor resilient minds. Your support unleashes the true potential of these national heroes. Stand with us in nurturing success and creating a positive environment for mental and physical health alike.
Wait. Right now.
My Veteran Passion is a 501c3 federally recognized nonprofit designed to help the community's mental health through physical fitness and virtual gatherings to aid veterans in transition to their local communities and prevent veteran suicide. The views expressed by individuals are individual ideas. MVP does not condone the use of sexist, racist, or discriminatory statements or remarks. This is an adult conversation.
And then like the American Airlines, you take off and they give you like your leaving dinner, and then an hour
Good
before you
morning,
arrive, you get
everyone. Thank you
your
for being here. This is
arrival
the MVP
breakfast,
Morning
right?
Mix.
But with Iberia, it was like, here's your dinner, and then after, like, here's some coffee, and then here's some snacks. Would you like some more coffee? And then here's breakfast. Do you want some more coffee? Like for everything, it was like here, and the seats were bigger, and it was just more comfy.
What's Iberia?
Iberia Airlines,
Comparatively to?
American Airlines.
Mm.
Yeah, I flew out in American. I flew back Iberia.
Did you fly first class Iberia?
No,
It's a Spanish.
no, but first class of
airline.
Iberia was not like there was no first class. It was just business and economy.
Ah,
I remember I took a flight from was it the Netherlands to the US. It was a different airline, and I was like, let me get first class. And they were able to give me first class. Man, that was nice. It was nice.
Yeah, I'm never gonna fly. If I can't afford it, at least business, I'm never flying economy again. I've decided that if I'm gonna travel, it's got to be business or above.
Especially those 12, 14, 16-hour flights. Yo,
Jade, was it worth it?
I paid the economy price.
Yeah, right. But
Yeah,
was it worth it if you had to pay? Yeah.
I
What's the
think if you're planning to sleep, it doesn't matter. But if you're going to be traveling all day, I think it's worth it because you get to pick what menu you want, and like we had a pre-flight drink, a pre-dinner drink, a dinner drink. I fell asleep for the second meal, but when I woke up, I was able to get like a soda. And it was good.
like it used to be good for comedy though, because I remember rightly,
But the
you do
economy
usually
didn't
get a
stop
choice of
either.
food.
you do get
Yeah,
what?
you
The
did used to get a
economy
choice of
didn't stop.
food.
It was like a chicken dish or a vegetarian dish. So, I mean, I mainly slept on that flight because it was an overnight flight. So I really wouldn't have missed. I mean, I would have missed out if I had been in business because I was sleeping most of the flight.
Yeah.
So, but when I came back, I was flying during the day, so it was nice to be in business because I was awake. So I watched a few movies, and then it got to be really late. But for where I had started in Greece, and I had been up since like 4:30 in the morning, but we didn't land until about 10:30 at night in Baltimore. So it kind of helped me get back on the right. But I'm still only in about London time zone right now. My body. I woke up about 3 a.m. this morning.
Yeah, I've been
Oh, that's
waking
rough.
up too at like I think every day since I got back, I've woken up every day between 4 and 5 a.m.
That's awesome. That's a great habit.
Mm-hmm.
Especially coming into the school year, right? When you have to
Yeah.
get the kids to school. Yeah, so I've been trying to stay up.
Yeah,
I've been going to bed early.
Mm-hmm.
if I could make
What
it till
was
5 a.m., that would be perfect. But
what was your
my
favorite part of
body.
your trip, Jade?
Hmm.
If we're all going to Greece and we have to see one thing, what are we seeing?
What are we eating?
Dear
Yeah, what are we
Acropolis.
eating and what are we seeing?
We're eating gyros.
Well,
Gyros,
well,
yes.
gyros.
Yeah, gyros.
We are probably eating Greek meatballs with the tomato sauce.
Okay.
I didn't like the
Uh,
meatballs.
no.
I love the kebabs.
Oh, kebabs. Yeah, everybody would like kebabs. The gyros are good. I had pork gyros my last night there. So I think my favorite trip was when I went to Santorini, and it was like probably 95 degrees out, but I am really proud of myself because I walked to the top of a volcano, and like I was sweating by the end of it. But the nice thing was, after we did the volcano, we went to this little cove and got to jump off the boat and swim into a hot spring. So we got to cool off after being on that hot mountain. And like everybody else that day was sweating just shopping. And I at least got to cool off and swim in the Aegean Sea. So I mean, like that was probably my favorite because I like adventure. So I got to go up
Nice.
the volcano and then swim up to a hot spring. So that was my favorite.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
The what
Hey,
you said?
Birdman,
And
good
then
morning.
my second
Sorry.
favorite, we went off of Mykonos. There's an island called Delos, and it's the birthplace of Apollo. We got to walk around the ruins there, and it's an active archaeological site. So they're unearthing statues and mosaics. It's so cool.
Yeah, I gotta see
So
Rocky
I
2
would love to
again.
go back and spend more time there.
Nice. Well, definitely
Me
gotta put
too.
it
I
in
feel like
the.
there's not enough time.
Yeah, there wasn't enough time because like I was on a cruise, so we only had the daytime to explore. We did do one overnight in Mykonos, but
There's
I
not
was
enough
so
time.
tired from walking. I didn't want to go back out and party that night.
On a when you talked about Apollo being somewhat of a deity, right? What
Mhm.
other spiritual sites did you see?
Um. Well, I
We have
mean, for
beautiful
athletes, I
churches,
saw one of the
right?
original Olympic fields. Uh, I went to
cool.
some mosques in Turkey. But like, there's temples for everybody: Dionysus, Aphrodite, Artemis, Athena. There's so much rich culture there. Even if you're not into the pagan religion, the mythology of the Greek history there is just so rich and beautiful. The artwork alone, like if you don't believe in other deities, like just enjoying the artwork is something to be amazed by.
Yeah, the reason I asked is because, well, I'm gonna ask Bonka too, since Bonka went to the same place as you did, or similar locations.
I don't think we overlapped anywhere except the the pier where she stayed at.
Other
But
than the country.
everything, like, yeah, everything is just she's right. Like
There's
everything,
so much
everywhere
to
you
do.
go, everywhere you step, everywhere you look and touch, it's like it's just beautiful and organic.
The reason I asked about the deities and such is because on Monday we were talking about spiritual wellness, right? And we got it very involved into it. We talked about how spiritual wellness can help us seek that meaning and purpose of our existence. Gives us values and ethics. It helps us with connection and really teaches us gratitude and compassion. So that's why we say spirituality, even though it might mean for some people some things and some people another. When we say religion, it's almost a negative connotation to one specific one. So we say spirituality because it's been proven that spirituality also happens with transition and mental health irregularities, right? But
Yeah.
we got so involved with um that topic in itself that we didn't talk about how spirituality can help without having deities or a higher power.
Yeah,
um
that I feel more spiritual, but like what's really cool about Greece is there's the pagan religion, but yet there's the Greek Orthodox religion too. So every family has their own church. So like when you're on the island of Mykonos, you can go about 300 feet and you're to the next church. Like they're just woven into society there. Every family has a small church. So there's tons and tons of pictures of churches. So you might see a statue of Athena, the goddess of wisdom, and then you move 100 feet and there's a Catholic church. So
mhm.
it's so neat how the culture there respects all the influences of its history.
Yes.
And like the Greek people themselves are very superstitious, and that's why there's cats everywhere because they're not sure if they're the ancient Greeks gods come back as an animal. So like everywhere you go, there's cats. So for me, that was great because I was making friends everywhere I went because there's cats everywhere.
You know what you
And
also find everywhere is the ojo.
oh, the eye, yeah, the evil eye is there watching out. So anywhere that they want to protect, they put this eye. It's usually blue, white, maybe gold, sometimes teal. Um, but like even in their churches, you'll see this superstitious eye because the church is so precious, they don't want anything to happen to it. And you'll just be walking, and in the concrete, there's the evil eye to watch over the household. Or like if you fall in love with someone, you might give them the eye so that they're protected.
The
It's just
evil eye.
really neat
The
to absorb all of
ojo.
that culture and superstition, and
What's that
it's
part? The whisperer guy. um why do you say the evil eye though?
it's to protect you from evil. It's not an evil eye
Oh,
itself.
I heard you
It's
said
to
evil
protect you from
eye.
the evil.
That's what it's called.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I'm
that's what it's
ignorant.
called.
That's all.
You're going to learn today.
It's
Yeah.
You're an
just the
evil.
odd yeah, it's the odd translation of it in English, but like they explained it to me in Greece and then they explained it to me in what how the Romans feel about it or like how Italy feels about it and like it's almost all the same, but it differs in just the sense of how it's it's used like you know how like in the Hispanic heritage we say that we can give people ojo, like that's like one of the similarities that's only for like us. Like over there, people don't willingly give people bad juju. Like it's very cool to see all the different ways the ojo is portrayed and like the way everybody sees it.
Yeah, it's funny how outside in, we say there's so much bad stuff and all that stuff. But then again, everyone's trying to, most people, when something's going on, they're trying to come to the US. But we, as when we go out, we believe everything else is beautiful. With my own personal, and I love it. I'm glad that everyone has their own country and everyone does their own thing and all that. But to me, there's no better country than this place. Like what you are finding
Well,
out
then let's
there,
talk about the
I.
U.S.
Mhm,
The native culture here has the dream catchers, which
mhm,
doesn't actually catch your dreams. The dreams are supposed to float back into your head at night, and the bad dreams are what are supposed to be caught in the web and burn away in the morning sunlight.
mhm.
So, I mean, we have our own things, but it's neat to learn about the different cultures. But when I was younger, I took a bus trip out west and learned more about native cultures because I feel they get pushed out a lot on the East Coast, and you see more references to the artwork once you get to like Texas and New Mexico and out west that way. I feel like our native culture still has um, more influence in those areas. So I'm not poo-pooing the U.S., but I really liked Greece. We have our own things too, and I do travel the U.S. a lot. But this was like a bucket list trip, so I really enjoyed it.
Nice. Yeah, for sure. I've been to Crete myself. It's just a little bit south of that. That was awesome too. And comparing them such, it's always a beautiful thing to have the ability to compare them. We forget that that in itself is a privilege, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I'm yeah, definitely not trying to say that anyone's pooping on anyone, but I'm just saying the perspective in itself when we're doing that when we go for a week. Um, Sometimes being out of the country for 6 months, 3 months gives you a different perspective, right? Makes you appreciate the little things and stuff like that. Um, I'm not.
I just
Mm-hmm,
I thought this trip was a really good like mindfulness activity for me because like in America we're so fast paced, like get your food and get out.
mm-hmm.
And like there you're waiting and waiting and waiting for your food, and I had to be like, don't get upset, just like embrace that you're here looking at the water from making a like I called you guys because I was waiting for my food.
Oh,
Um
right on.
and got
Thank
to
you.
show you some of the water there.
Yeah.
So I was like, you're not at home. You don't have to like go. You're on vacation. Just relax and enjoy it. So I thought it was a really good mindfulness activity for me to just be like, just absorb it and don't rush to get to the next thing. Just enjoy where you are in this moment.
Exactly, and that's what we want to talk about today is having the ability to have mindfulness, right? And understanding that, mindfulness about yourself, without the spirituality process, right? And that's how we can also talk about meditation, exploring your mindfulness practices and meditation techniques can help mental clarity and reduce stress. So thank you very much for bringing that up, because at the end of the day, you're right. You got to think about yourself and where you are and how to manage that. Um, Tell me
You
more.
know,
Mm-hmm.
um, mindfulness and today and like enjoying today. Have you ever seen The Office? Like towards the end of it, when Andy is like, "I wish that." You know how when you think about old times, you're like, "Oh, those are such good times." Like, I wish we could know that those are the old times while we're in those times. If you followed me on that, I
Yeah.
wish that we could. I wish that we knew we were in the good old times while we were in the good old times. Well, right now, today is a good old time. You know,
Yeah,
today is.
that mentality overview that you're talking about, absolutely. Valley, buenos dias. She says,
Perspective.
mindfulness is great for you because it helps you lower your heart rate, reduce cortisol, and in result lower your stress and increase ability to think things out before making your next move.
You lost me at cortisol, but I agree.
It lowers your stress. Yeah, mindfulness is a mental health practice that involves being fully present and engaged for the here and now. Like Miss Jade said, you know what? I'm here right now. I'm gonna enjoy this time because you never know. It's about
Yeah.
noticing and accepting your thoughts, your feelings, any surrounding environments, your body sensation reaction to it. um Being
Like the force.
open, yeah, being open and being curious, right? Because if you're in a new place, you got to try new stuff, so you have to be open minded and let your curiosity run at times. It's healthy.
You know,
This.
one thing,
Hmm.
Soto.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, to
No,
interrupt you,
go ahead.
but you're kind of pulling a Nick. So, um, anyways,
You need to
I
stop
do want to.
drinking so early, aka so
I'm not.
late for you.
I've had like 3 sips, just like 8 ounce glass. But you know, um, shit. Now you made me forget what I'm saying, Soto.
You called him Nick.
Yes,
Yeah.
go
But
ahead with you insulting people
what were you just saying, Soto?
about mindfulness and
Oh,
how.
one here. One
Mhm.
big thing I took away from some stuff that I went to learn some good stuff in mindfulness is like, what are you really in control of? And then there was like this other saying I heard on Instagram, like, control what you control and accept what you cannot control. Put yourself at ease. Like, I don't know, that was one thing that I would say when I would go to a program. I was like, I don't know, I'm not in control of shit. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah,
I'm just,
I
I'm just here living in the fast lane. I'm, you know, I have a job. I don't have a job. You know,
yeah.
but
Let's identify some of the things you can control. What are some things you can control?
can control our behavior. You know, cognitive behavior therapy. You can control.
You can control
You can
your
try to
actions.
control that. Yeah.
You
You can
know.
control whether or not you're going to doom scroll through your phone or you're going to read a book, words on a page. You know,
What's doom
like,
scroll? Delta. Buenos dias,
I don't
muchacho.
know, something I heard on Instagram. Doom scrolling,
Uh
when you're
huh.
just scrolling through and you're not even really caring what you're looking at. You just
Oh,
what's
I didn't
there.
know. I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah, I don't really know what it meant until I just said it. But uh, no, just like, we got to do things that is going to benefit our life, because also a big thing was, um, when I went to a program, was like, and you have like no aim of where you're at, and this is all about appreciating the now and being in the now. Is like, when you remember me talking about stepping on the number and being like, okay, now you're 40 years old, or now you're 50 years old, and where do you see yourself? Now you're 60 years old. Like, we don't ever think about that shit. Well, at least I did.
Well, it's good to think
Like,
about that stuff, right? But not worry too much about that stuff either.
yeah, but to actually think about it and like place yourself in that age, like, okay, now I'm 70. What am I doing at 70? You know, what am I doing at 50? What am I doing at 40? Like,
Does that cause you like some type of anxiety or like stress?
no, you know what it caused me to think? It caused me to be like, it caused me to appreciate right now and realize I'm only 35, 36.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm only 36. I still got 4 more years before I'm 40. I need to start something now so that way I could, do what I'm trying to do and set some goals. You know, like you still got a whole nother lifetime to live. It feels like is what
Yeah.
it felt like. Standing on the age of 60, 60 is 24 years away from me.
Why
24 years. What can you do in 24 years? Think of that.
what do they
What can you do?
why do they call midlife crisis 40?
I don't know. I'm not talking about midlife crisis. I'm just saying, like, if you think of yourself at 60 years old,
Mm-hmm.
I see some 50-year-old people at work. They're phenomenal, awesome people. They don't look old to me at all. They look like they could be 50, you know, or maybe 47. But think about it, you got 24 years. If you were to be at my age right now, or whatever age you are, and you just say 60, how many years is between now and 60? And you still got 60 is still somewhat young. Think of like a 75-year-old person or an 80-year-old person, you know? You're a little bit more limited to what you can do, but when you're 60, you still have, from what I've seen from 60-year-olds, like you still have a lot of mobility, ability to do stuff. And think
Yeah.
that's 24 years. What can we do in 24 years?
Yeah.
You could make things plan to, or you could invest in some shit, or start some shit, or do some stuff, and like progress yourself. You could have a whole new life. 24 more years. Think of the age from 0 to 24. That's 24 years, but you're already an adult, you know? Anyways, maybe I'm thinking too deeply and crazy, like, but that's just my brain. You're welcome.
Appreciate it, brother. No, the only reason I asked is because I don't know where I saw it's like depending like on lifespan and all that. It's like that's if like midlife. It's like if you go up to 80, that's where like usually people are and stuff like that. Uh, but Valley says my midlife will probably be in a few years because I'm already doing the teenager early 20 stuff like getting facial piercings. Delta says 19 years until 60 for me. Hey man, congratulations. That's awesome. You know, that's
There you
leveling
go.
up
You got
all right.
19 years to do some cool shit. Hey, we're gonna invest in this stuff and have a lot of money to go and just fuck around at 60.
Look, what I thought, honestly, what life was, into what people are living their life as, is completely different. I thought when I was younger, I wanted to travel, and I did a lot of traveling, you know, and had to sacrifice other stuff in order to travel, but I did it, right? Um, I thought I wasn't gonna be able to travel when I'm older. Yo, oh, we have what we call snowbirds, or we can't say that anymore. They're seasonal travelers that literally they're like 65, 70. They're on their Winnebago coming from Canada to Arizona to enjoy the winters in Arizona because Canada's too cold. It shows me that it really doesn't matter your age, you can travel. Now, you might not go bungee jumping, you know, off of the the mountains of Brazil or something like that, but I ain't trying to do that anyway. You know what I mean? I'm trying to live that sedentary life now, when it comes to traveling. You know,
Like, I'd like to get my pilot's license, Soto.
I was about 4 days um off of the whole what they did in Spain with running with the bulls. If I would have been there, I would have ran. If you tell me you can go now and run, I'd be like, why the fuck would I run? No, I ain't running. I can't even walk right now. You know? But rich in the money, have a can of these nuts. Damn it, Rich. Damn it. No, but yeah, good morning, everyone. You know, we're all talking about or trying to get back on the track of or conversing about mindfulness and meditation. Um, that practice in itself is rooted back into like Buddhist meditation practices, right? Um, it's been adapted by various cultures, different programs, even like working out. But for mental health, it does help out a lot, and it's been proven due to how what you're doing and how you're doing, how you're relaxing. right? But what do you understand from mindfulness? What are some of the things that you feel like, okay, this is mindfulness, like this is acceptance? We say focusing on the present, on the moment, right? You're not
And
worried.
accepting what you can't control.
Yeah, Bex D said it.
Without judgment.
Yeah, without judgment or feeling judged. How about that? um, you know, you are in control of your own actions and reactions, right? Um, the serenity prayer. What is the serenity
Hey,
prayer?
sometimes you're not in control of your reactions. Like sometimes you just get, to a point and you see red and you're just like, and you just act, you know, and then you regret it.
But
Somebody I
who's
know.
but
What?
do you blame that on that person that made you see red, or that you allowed that person to let you see red?
I think both, man. Allowed yourself to get to that, but you also allowed that person to get you to that point.
Um, you know, Bert, you could be yelling at me, saying all these bad things to me and all that, but I don't have to respond back. You know, my reaction
You
is
don't.
my reaction. If at any
Yeah. So
point you say
attack,
something,
like tactics would be like the talking slow method. Like when you realize that someone's like upset about something and they got, they're like shortness of breath because they're trying to talk real fast and they're very upset. To be more control. I mean, that's different. That's to be in control of the conversation. But
that's
when you start to talk,
analyzing the
yeah, once you
situation.
start talking slower,
Hmm.
you're more. The slower talker is more in control because they seem more calm.
Rich says, the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the cottage to change the things that I can. Oh, not the cottage cheese, the courage. Roger that.
Courage.
Roger that. Yeah, that's a powerful one, right? And we're talking about spirituality and being mindful of that, right? Helps you reduce and focus on that present. You know, you're not worrying. There's no rumination. There's like you're in the present. You're in the now. Um, you're not worried about how your kids are doing. If they already ate. You're not worried about, hey, I should have helped my buddy this time. If I would have picked up that phone call, maybe he would be alive still, or something to that extent, right? Like, um, if you're in a place like, it was when Bertman and I went to see Rocha. um, it was kind of like a cloud over it, um, because I had never gone to his gravesite. Uh, and the hardest thing is not feel sad. I think Birdman did something that made me just flip the switch and made me think like, nah, like we gotta be happy. We have to honor it. We gotta, it's when he said like, hey, did you see the flowers there? They look like shit. Let's go get some new ones. Let's go get some water. I was like, you know what? Listen to that. You know, that to me was a tactile moment. Actually grabbing the flowers, feeling how they feel. Feeling the slab, touching like how his name was written on the slab. Like that's reality, you know. And you have to be in the moment to appreciate what was done over there and the fruits of that labor, whether we were negative or positive. We have to be respectful of the action in itself. So it just it helped me regulate my emotions a little bit better, um, because there were some emotional triggers, right? Like thinking of him cutting that cake, cutting people's hairs on deployment, like seeing him being like hazed with burnt and all them, and like not specifically, but like seeing that camaraderie happen, um that's kind of part of like what we do that makes us connect so deeply. And now seeing him gone because of a mental war that he had, um it helped. It just helped me, you know, enhance the reality of like, hey, I'm just happy to be here. I'm glad Burnt brought me here. Who knows? Maybe in another place or time, he will be bringing Rocha to my slab. You know, but we were able to, whatever it was, fight those demons, and we continue to fight them. And it's not just veterans; it's everyone. We all have our own demons that we all fight, but that's why we're here, because we motivate each other. We try to help each other. Um, if you haven't traveled, please take your take some time off. Go put yourself in a place where you don't know the language. It's okay. Go and enjoy it. Why? Because it gives you that ability to be focused in the moment. Because you have to be very. It's like jujitsu. When you're fighting for air, when you're fighting, or just trying to do something like that, you don't think about, oh, did I leave the stove on? Nah, you're trying to figure out how to get out of that choke or something like that. So it help traveling, training helps you stay in the moment, and it helps you focus, concentrate, and that's part of being in the now, in the mindfulness of it. What's up, Welly?
Hey.
I think he's in the office.
What's up, y'all?
Hey.
What's up, big doggy?
Not much.
Oh, you
I'm here.
unmuted. You unmuted. That's why I was figured you wanted.
No,
to
I
say
know.
something.
I forgot what I was going to say. I totally forgot.
Mindfulness,
Somebody called me at the
meditation.
same
Let's give him some grace. Let him think.
No, somebody called me at the same time. You're good.
Ooh, squirrel. What was I gonna say? It happens a lot. And the courage and the wisdom to know the difference. Yeah, I think that was an also it's a poetic part of a couple of songs. I remember J. Cole has a great song with that Serenity Prayer in it. For sure. You remember yet,
I
Welly?
would say,
Go ahead,
oh,
Miss Plum.
I would say anyone who's struggling with people who've passed away in their past, and their how they're currently are now. And this goes for veterans and everybody. I kind of get sad about like my grandparents passing away. The best way to honor those people is to live a good life. And what I mean by that is you sitting around and being sad about someone who's passed is a dishonor to their memory because you are doing that in their name. So if you truly, truly care and loved about that person, the best thing that you can do is live a good life in their honor and to be happy because there's no sense in wasting two lives.
Yeah, imagine that person seeing you from wherever you are, sad or crying for them. Well, if someone was crying for you, what would you tell them? So think about that person and what they would be telling you. Like, no, they'll be telling you, live life. I want to live life. I'm sure they want to. People feel like, um, suicide is an easy way out. But if they would see all the damage they leave behind, all the anguish, all the sadness, because you can't replace that person, you know? So,
It kind of shifts your problems or whoever, their problems onto everyone else.
mhm.
So now you no longer are dealing with it, everyone else in your life is.
Yeah, but understanding that mindfulness, right? Accepting that part of whatever that current state is, that whether you're about to go through a tornado, or you're about to go to school, or you got a new job, um accept the current state, you know, understand that the current state you're in is because of your actions. And I don't want you to think that that's a negative thing. People, when they tell us that, is because something bad that you did, right? No, that's not the case. If you got this new job, if you know you are getting recognition, is because of those hours you put in doing whatever had to be done in order for you to accomplish such goal. You know, putting in 300 resumes in order to get 25 um, interviews for you to get those 5-second interviews for you to really pick the job that you want instead of picking the job that you can get at the time, right? You take your time, you improve on your practices of saying, all right, I can't worry about this now, but I can do something about it here or there, or you know, just being in this negative clout can impede you seeing a solution. Um, Legionnaire, thank you for joining us. Appreciate you, my man. Talking about mindfulness and meditation. I know that you were here for the morning mix on Monday, and we're talking about spiritual wellness. And you know, we got very into it. There's a lot to be said there. But now I know that we talked about being able to converse about um, spirituality without deities, and this is it. You know, mindfulness, meditation is part of it. That was an enlightening conversation. Yeah, it was. Pun intended. Pun intended. Yeah. But yeah, you know, having that mindfulness, that ability to see past, you know, what's going on. Like I said, if you're into that, if you're in that negative space at the time, you won't be able to um, enhance your ability to concentrate and stay engaged with some tasks. It's gonna be hard for you to emotionally regulate, and you might not be aware of some of the things that you're doing. An example is when someone's upset and you ask them something and they go off on you and you're like, what did I do? Like, I just said good morning, Sergeant Major. You know? But you gotta understand that those people might not be in the best emotional state, and the response might not been what you've deserved, but you control your reaction. If your action was to say good morning and their reaction was to say, you know, something derogatory, it's your reaction to either smile or tell them, you know, something negative in return. You know, then you're feeding into that loop in itself. So we don't want to do that. You know, what's the point of that? That's just more negativity on negativity on negativity. You know, being mindful. Oh, Legionnaire says, mindfulness. Has anyone brought up resilience as a state of mindfulness? No. Sorry, I'm working through my
No, that's good.
first coffee cup, so my thoughts aren't exactly organized yet. More on this later. Roger that. Well, we got 11 minutes, my dog. So let that Java juice hit those synaptic connections in order to get it started, my man. Same. I have no coffee in me. I have no coffee idea. That's what we're gonna call it. Yeah, but you know, we do it in the morning so we can start getting those juices flowing, right? It's good habits to wake up early in order to start your day right, and we've always been taught that having a good night of rest and sleep is paramount. But you know, having the benefits of mindfulness can enhance your well-being overall, right? Uh, Feeling content with what's happening. You're not saying, "Oh, I don't have those $1 million yet. What do I need to do? That feeling of like, time is chasing you. You're more content and less caught up with life's ups and downs. I was just intrigued on burnt buttering his bagel. I know he put like salt on it, and I don't know. What you?
I sprinkled a little bit of sugar on there
Oh, sugar, sugar.
because these are cinnamon raisin bagels. Bang bang.
Pow pow. That's what's up, man. Yeah, I mean, like, whether you're putting a little bit of it instead of putting like a whole slab of, jelly on it and stuff like that, which has more sugar sometimes,
Or a whole stick of butter.
Yeah, or yeah, you put a quarter of a stick of butter there. Like
Which brings me to my next point, everybody.
That's how they do it in America.
Don't smoke crack.
All right, who wants to be tased? Weller says, and that crema cheese. Oh yeah, man, that cream cheese is needed definitely. Some people, what they do instead of using cream cheese, they get cottage cheese and they blend it, and then they put it in the fridge and they use it as a spread. Cottage cheese will take on whatever flavor you put on it. So, like, let's say you sprinkle some whatever, and it will taste like, yeah, sounds good actually, and I'm hungry now. Weller, Legionnaire says, I slept well as fuck. Got a mask like Darth Vader and Bane from Dark Knight Rises to let me not die in my sleep. Yeah, man, like, it is a real thing. We stop breathing sometimes when we're sleeping. I'm seeing Deadpool and Wolverine today, so my mind is drifting to that. Man, I'm so excited for you. I was thinking like, hey man, maybe I should go to a matinee like at noon o'clock. Like no one's there. I can wheel my ass in there. No big deal. I really want to watch that movie for sure.
Go to a matinee.
You're gonna go see it this weekend? No, man. Weekend? Hell no. It's too many people, and I got a scooter. Famanda says, put some diamonds on it. The most baller thing you can do. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, thank you. But, all right, everyone. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Any save rounds? I know I'm yapping, but please interject at any point. I don't feel like that's disrespectful. And I highly encourage, that way we can all give our 2 cents. I don't want anyone to feel like, oh, I didn't have time to say what I wanted to say regarding, mindfulness or meditation or living in the now or traveling, So, again, thank you everyone for being here. We do have a $10 gift card raffle that we do every time that everyone's here and in the morning mix. That way we can continue supporting one another and helping one another with our thoughts, our minds, and some of our experiences and skills that we might have. So, again, thank you, everyone, for being here. I don't know if you guys remember, but the last 24 for 22 was this past weekend. We were able to raise $145 for MVP. So thank you to all the affiliate streamers. Thank you everyone that streamed. Really appreciate it. Everyone that contributed, that was a part of it. We do that so we can continue doing these programs and supporting one another to be better and do better and not feel alone, not feel like we're not there licking each other's plates. Like that's true love right there. I got you, Bert.
I just submitted my time. I'm excited.
Yay! I get money. Hey, Bert.
I get money.
Hey, Bert, let me borrow money, bro.
Let me borrow $20 till tomorrow.
Yeah, let me get $20 till tomorrow. I'll get paid tomorrow, bro. Yeah, but everyone, thank you for being here. Miss Miss Plum. Yes, you should, Doc. I'm going at 1 p.m. local. Mom, you see? You're right here, bro. Hell yeah. I might look it up. Miss Plum, do you mind pulling up the
Who's you whatsy?
Who's my whatsies?
You know the thingamabob.
The thingamabobbies? She
I'll go
might
make another bagel.
Alright, for sure. Discord Derek, love it. Everyday shooter. There's a day out. That's so awesome. Valley, Famunda, from down under. Can't wait to y'all better take a picture. So they're gonna get together here soon. Hopefully y'all are wearing MVP shirts. And we get to see y'all. That's gonna be legit, man. I'm excited to see the congregation. But everyone, thank you for being here. Bertman's back from his bagel venture over there. And he's gonna tell us when to spin the wheel.
Bennett.
Bennett. Spin that wheel. It's rigged. It's rigged. Congratulations, Weller. Man, that man's on dubs on dubs on dubs. He's winning in life. Hey, Weller, make sure you hit up Miss Plum. Let her know your email so she can send you that gift card. And again, thank you for being here. You've helped out greatly. You give us great advice on things that you've gone through and some of our vets that we go through. And man, he said all I do is win. Brother, thank you very much for being here. Really appreciate it. Michael Phelps. Oh man, the Olympics. That's something else right now. Shout out to Val York. He's out there right now. Good times. But everyone, really appreciate y'all. We're going to be doing this again on Friday. Fun Fact Friday. If you want to bring any fun facts. You know, we were talking about spirituality. So if you want to bring any facts regarding that, no problemo. There's always fun facts like Miss Jade made and Bonka were saying. There's rich culture out there when it comes to religion and the history of them. So get the t-shirt ready to rock. Got the t-shirt? You ready to rock it for Monday? Hell yeah. I'm so excited, brother. Everyone, thank you for being here. Really appreciate you. I hope everyone has a great day, and we'll see y'all Friday. Walk It Out Wednesday today. Don't forget. Hope everyone puts their steps in. Y'all take care, y'all. I'm going to be going to the office. Burnt, I don't know if you're too busy. Meet you down there.
Let's go to the office and let's play some games.
We're going to slap at the base, but I'm going to pass along the stream first.
Wait, stop what you're doing right now and check this out.
Our mission at My Veteran Passion, MVP, is to elevate awareness of veterans' mental health. Through both physical and virtual platforms, we empower our nation's warriors and continue the battle against veteran suicide to ensure a smooth transition for veterans into civilian life while preserving the camaraderie they cherish during their service.
What up, big doggy?
Not much, man. Terminix is here, so they're doing the bait shit outside. Yeah.
Through diverse events, social and virtual gatherings, we provide connections, resources, benefits, and education.
Got one.
And as I've
Strong bodies harbor resilient minds. Your support unleashes the true potential of these national heroes. Stand with us in nurturing success and creating a positive environment for mental and physical health alike.
Wait, stop what you're doing right now and check this out.
Our mission at My Veteran Passion, MVP, is to elevate awareness of veterans' mental health. Through both physical and virtual platforms, we empower our nation's warriors and continue the battle against veteran suicide to ensure a smooth transition for veterans into civilian life while preserving the camaraderie they cherished during their service. Through diverse events, social and virtual gatherings, we provide connections, resources, benefits, and education.
Got one.
And as I've
Strong bodies harbor resilient minds. Your support unleashes the true potential of these national heroes.